Okay. Hey, y'all. Okay. Hey. Well, dang, Renee. Well, sheesh. Well, thank you. How y'all doing on this good Thursday? Hey. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hey, y'all. All right, so let's get into this read. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afrozine. And today I'm reading for the beautiful and handsome collective. Hello, 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 collective. Let me give y'all some flowers today. Okay? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me or to shop in my store, all that information in the description box below. Do not forget a couple of things, all right? Don't forget to grab this copy of this book here. It is called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. It was created by me. Y'all can't hear me? What the hell? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. They can't hear me on Instagram. What the hell's going on here? Give me a sec. Give me 1 second. What's going on? Golly. This is a story time. Hold on. No, we don't want to hear no story time, child. All right, let's see. Hold on now, child. They always got to be messing with stuff. All right. Y'all give me a second real quick, please. I like my things uniformed. Ugh. All right, hold on. Gatekeep failure. All right. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, that should be better. All right, perfect. Thank y'all for the gift. So as I was saying, don't forget to grab this copy of this book here, Wisdom Beyond Wounds. It was created by me to help and assist the collective with your healing journey. Okay, this book is readily available for purchase on Amazon.com. Okay. Also, the workshop is getting ready to come to a close, to an end in regards to sign up. So you have 2 more days actually. So 2 more days until you're able to get into to sign in for the workshop. The workshop will be a 4-week intensive, more intimate setting with a small group of us. And we'll be diving even further surrounding topics and surrounding what you may be having trouble with, surrounding your shadows, okay? So if you like the way that I teach you on my platforms here, well, then you would definitely love how I teach you more so on a one-on-one, a more so intimate setting of things. And yes, if you would like to join us in the Wisdom Beyond Wounds group, that group is on Facebook as well. That group is free. So if you can't afford any other options that I have right now, then definitely make sure that you sign in or sign up or connect with us in the Wisdom Beyond Wounds group on Facebook. All right. So thank you so much for your immense support. It is truly appreciated. Let's get into this read. All right. Channel message here is they gatekeep failure. Okay. Ain't that something? They gatekeep failure. And they wear failure as like it was a badge of honor. Like they're so honored. Believe it or not, this is not for everybody, of course, but for the ones that resonate. You have someone that loves, loves, loves to see other people fail because that's all they know how to do. That is the honest truth. Some people are not chasing success because they don't know what success is. They have tried to chase it. And honestly, I don't recommend chasing success, to be honest. I rather recommend you guys to call success into you or to you, not chase after it. Because the more that you, of course, you want to be successful in your own right, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in your success, and you're putting yourself in a position where you are continuously trying to chase after it, it's like you may have a little bit harder of a time to be successful at that thing that you're wanting to be successful of or at, right? So it's more important to command the energy because success is a form of energy as well. It's an actionable thing, and you're taking actions and making sure that success sees you and you call it in, if that makes sense. But nonetheless, so some people are not chasing success. They are guarding the evidence of their own inadequacy. Okay. They are guarding the evidence of their own inadequacy. Okay. So your failure, hear me out. Your failure is the architecture that keeps their identity standing. So the more you fail in their life, the more successful they will feel and they will become. Okay, because you failed, but you are not here to fail. You are here to thrive and succeed, if that makes sense. So if you rise, the structure collapses and exposes what was underneath the whole time. So they ration opportunities, distort outcomes, and quietly engineer obstacles. Okay. Then they point to the damage they created and call it your limitation. Let me give you an example of that. Okay, let's say you guys, let's say you have a school project that needs to be done, right? And the professor tells you you have 2 weeks to make sure that you get this project done, but it's a group effort when it comes to this project. This is just an example, of course. And you're doing most of the work, or you're putting in most of the time, effort, and energy to ensure that the project becomes an A. You want an A for the group work. And the other person that was assigned to you notices that you are very thriving or very forthcoming or very determined to ensure that you guys both get the A. So what they're going to do is that they're going to start to create limitations, or they're going to start to say things or do things to get you or to thwart you, more so to kind of undermine you, so that way you're not the one to be taking the full credit for the work that you have done. So they're going to create a lot of obstacles in the way of you attempting to, finish the project or work on the project. And in a way, things start to shift in a way to where now all of the work that you have done is now being shifted towards them, to where now they feel that they are the winner of the actual group project. But again, it's a group effort, a group project, but they don't see it in that way. They just see you as the person who's the one that takes the initiative, or very determined to ensure the whole group gets the A. How they perceive it here is that, yes, it is a group setting, but they don't feel that they need to put in as much work as you, because you are the one that is always the go-getter to receive the success here. So they point to the damage they created and they call it limitation. So let's say you end up under the weather, you get like a little cold or something, and this person was already had like a cold or something, and they come around you and they knew that they were under the weather, meaning sick or unwell. And they still came around you to kind of like pass on their cold or their sickness towards you. So eventually you develop that cold or that, sore throat that they had. And they will try to use that in a way to where you be like, oh man, I don't feel well. I'm under the weather now. Oh, well, I told you that, you know what I mean? Like they'll try to, they're the one that created the whole scenario to get you sick in the first place, because they were fully aware that they were sick already. But because they did not want you to have, again, full control or reign over the whole project, at question, They created something to slow you down, to limit you, and then blame you as to why things didn't work out in the way that they anticipate or thought it's going to work out. So they were never protecting standards. They were protecting the lie that they were above you. This is why they gatekeep failure. They ration success so they can control status. They ration success so they can control status. A narcissist does not want collective progress. No, sir, no, ma'am. They want controlled hierarchy. Success threatens their position, so they quietly decide who is allowed, imagine that, who is allowed to win and who must remain struggling. Opportunities, information, encouragement, and recognition are selectively withheld. Failure becomes a resource they distribute to others while hoarding credit for themselves. So this is what this narcissist has tried or is trying or attempted to do. Take it how it resonates in regards to where you are in your storyline here. They see that you are, or you have the potential to become successful. Remember, some people see your success before you can. Okay. And this person or group of people, take it how it resonates, saw that you were separated from the rest because you are the best. Meaning, again, you took the initiative to ensure that you wanted better for yourself. So you're going to do things to enhance the quality of your life to become better at life, if that makes sense. So they don't like the fact that you think, and you don't think that way, you just are. That makes sense. They don't like the fact that you think that you are better than them, but that's a projection, of course. Hey, Revelation, thank you. That's just a projection, of course. So when opportunities come around, information, encouragement, things of that nature, let's say you're in a group setting of friends, perfect example, right? And you're doing your own thing and you come around from time to time when you may have some leisure time, and you just kind of pop in and just, hey, how you doing? And, just have a conversation with them. And they know that you are, let's say, want to get a new car. Again, just an example. And they know someone, or they know of, let's say, like a sale at a certain dealership or something like that, but they know that you could strongly benefit from, just to kind of save a couple of cash, a couple of dollars or so. And they know this, but they'll tell everybody else, but they won't tell you, or they would apply for that particular, we'll say, rebate or sale at hand. But when it comes time for you to receive that information, they wouldn't give it to you here because they want to be very selective in regards to who they can control status-wise. And when it comes to success, dealing with narcissist individuals or people, status is a form of control that they need to make sure that they have control of. If they feel that another person is doing better than them, now they feel like that they have to control that person who is indeed doing better, successful or status wise, and they have to bring them down or break them down to a certain notch or a certain level to where they feel very comfortable with. So they sabotage progress to manufacture proof of incompetence. They sabotage your progress to manufacture proof of incompetence. Instead of outperforming you, they create conditions where you cannot perform well. Instead of outperforming you, they create conditions where you cannot perform well. They hold the blueprint as to who they are. Everything they do is from a dark-sided point of view, and that's what they throw at you. That's what they give to you. That is the DNA and blueprint as to who they are. They only can teach you based on the level of experience that they have experienced in life, if that makes sense. So if all they have ever experienced in their life were woe is me, negativity, harsh realities, well, that's what they're going to inflict onto you. So instead of outperforming you, they create conditions where you cannot perform well. So since they weren't able to perform that particular specific task well, they're going to give it to you. They're going to pass the baton on to you. But little do they know, baby, little do they know who the F they dealing with when it comes to you, baby. So they give you the condition that they could not finish or they could not succeed at. And the moment that you are able to successfully succeed at the condition or the conditional whatever that they tried to give to you, now they're flabbergasted. Now they're like aghast. They're like, what the fuck? How the hell the collective did that? Whoa, wait. No, wait. I put these obstacles in the collective's way. And you mean to tell me they just plowed through that? I strategically, quietly, silently sat down and thought this out. And you mean to tell me the collective still was able to see what I was doing and still blow me out the water? This is how they're thinking, if that makes sense. So, missing information, shifting expectations, delayed responses, and subtle discouragement are used as tools. Let's say you're creating a new perfume. Again, just an example. And this person know you like a lot of perfume or you're a perfumist, okay? And you put some fragrances or some scents together and you be like, I think something missing. And they'll come along, they'll be like, oh no, that smells really bad. Or, oh no, they don't smell good. Or why would you want to do that? Like they're trying to discourage you from actually creating that, we'll say, production of that perfume. So they use these type of tactics, missing information, shifting expectations, delayed responses, and subtle discouragement are used as tools to push you in a space of failure. So when the outcome falters, they point at the results as if it appeared or happened naturally. This is why they stay close to you, because they want to see if their work is working. This is why sometimes when people just kind of call you out the blue, you don't really talk to them as much, or maybe you do, take it how it resonates. But they're calling you like, hey, how you doing? You all right? And hey, what's going on with this? And I haven't heard from such and such. You know, they're just calling you to pick your mouth, or they're calling you to see what kind of information that they can receive from you to see if their work is doing. It don't have to be spell work, because not everybody do spell work, of course. It could be a just simple thing of projection, of them thinking very negatively about you. I mean, there's many different types of things and methods that people do to ensure that their work or their sinister work is working, if that makes sense. So the sabotage disappears and then the failure remains. So let me repeat that. When the outcome falters, they point at the result as if it appeared naturally. Then the sabotage disappear, meaning them, because they're the one that sabotaged you or attempted to, and the failure remains. So when you're in a space of failure, we'll say temporarily, because things happen from time to time, when things may stall for you. I look at stalling or a small simplistic stagnancy in life as a form of a wake-up call. Okay, you're doing well for a long period of time, right? And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, something unnaturally happens where you kind of like in a standstill or in a stuck space, and you're trying to figure out why. Well, that is a great opportunity, or actually it's a blessing in disguise for you to be like, okay, everything was working out well up until this point, and you're able to see where that point is. It helps you to decipher and also break down in regards to where the origin of where that stagnancy began to take place or take shape or take form, if that makes sense. And this is how you're able to successfully either transmute that stagnation to something great, or turning the negativity, or basically turning lemons into lemonade, if you will. So the sabotage disappears, which is them. So they sabotage you, then they disappear because they think everything is good, and then they leave you with the failure of what they have created for you. So they preserve their identity by controlling the narrative of who deserves to rise. Ain't that something? If someone they envy succeeds, it threatens the illusion of their superiority. Okay? So they redefine the rules. Your achievements become luck, help from others, or not that impressive. Meanwhile, any setback you experience is exaggerated into evidence that you were never capable again. Hold on, where is it? Instead of outperforming you, they create conditions where you cannot perform well. The conditions that they cannot perform well is what they pass on to you. So since they can't do it, they know for a fact that you can't do it because they already had a preconceived notion regarding that you're not going to be successful or more successful than them. That's why they're always trying to pass their dirty tricks or their dirty whatever towards you to see you fail. In the moment that they pass that to you and you temporarily fail, this is where they feel the most successful. This is where they feel like that their ego has been completely groomed or stroked or whatever, however, just to make sure that they see that they are always going to be bigger and better than you based on a projection, because they're the one that keeps saying that you think that you're better than them. You're not saying it, you're showing it. Big difference. And a lot of people can't handle individuals like yourself, unique, rare individuals like yourself, who can show up being better or becoming better, because number one, it threatens the illusion that they want to stay hidden underneath or within. So an example of this would be a narcissistic manager trains new employees poorly on purpose. Critical steps are skipped, resources are withheld, and questions are met with vague answers. When the employee struggles, the manager reports to leadership that the person just isn't catching on. The employee's failure was never accidental. It was generated. It was curated. It was created. The narcissist needed someone beneath them to prove they were above them. So that's an example of that. That's how nasty, yes, how nasty some individuals could be when they see that you have a light or they see that there's something great within you. And people who don't feel great within themselves despise people who do feel greatness within themselves or who are great within themselves. You guys are great. I'm going to always say that. You are destined for greatness. You're destined for whatever that you're supposed to do in a very beautiful, positive way. And there's going to be a lot of people out there that's going to do everything possible to disgrace your greatness so they can bump you out of your greatness and place themselves in there. Imagine that. Greatness is cleanliness, if that makes sense. The more clean you are, take that how that resonates. It could be a spiritually clean, emotionally clean, physically clean, mentally clean. Everything has to be clean in order for the success to truly shine in the way it needs to shine. An example of this would be, let's think of a car, right? Let's say that you went driving somewhere in a dirt road or something, and then you got all this dirt. Basically, the car is dirty, but you can't really see the beautiness or the beauty of the actual car. So you go through either a car wash or you just, take time into your own hands and you wash the car. And the moment that the car gets all jazzed up and dazzled up, now you're seeing you're seeing the car in all its greatness, the shine. The paint looks good. You know what I mean? The car the car wash has done what it was supposed to do, and you can see in all of its essence there. And I'm just making an example, of course. People don't want to see that within you. They want to muddy your shine. They want to muddy your greatness. Because if they can't have that, you shouldn't be able to have that. This is why they gatekeep failure. And again, they think and assume and feel that gatekeeping failure is a badge of honor that they wear proudly. Why would you want to gatekeep failure? But they call us dumb. Somebody make it make sense. They gatekeep failure and they think that's funny. They think that's the best thing that they can do because maybe it is the best thing that they can do. Oh man, let's get into these cards, please. How y'all doing today? Y'all ate? Did y'all eat yet? Y'all had y'all breakfast yet? Oh man. All right. Let's see. Gatekeeping failure. Gatekeeping failure. We have travel in outer space. So outer space in this instance here, so this is more, this particular part of the message is more so spiritual, okay? So outer space here represents, from this point of view, will be like a meditation. It could be like a prayer mode, some kind of something where you need to sit in some form of a stillness, okay? So when it comes to that, in regards to how they think or how they process things, they tend to go outside of their mind in regards to the wildest conceptions or the wildest thoughts that they may have. They tend to go very dark, in very, very, very dark places, because yet again, they feel that darkness will always protect them because there's no light in the darkness. This is why they're so irritated by individuals like yourself, unique and rare individuals like yourself. You can see in the dark with your light. They can't see in the dark. They just kind of like put whatever they can together and just hope for the best. So with outer space and travel here, they have traveled super dark or super deep within their mind, or we'll call it Pandora's box, to pull out the most insidious thing that they can to ensure that you are continuously failing, okay? Sometimes they try to tap into your mind, or they try to dive in your mind, but when they realize that they don't have the capacity to stand in your mind or to withstand, we'll say, the type of conversations that you have, or the intellect that you have, where you carry, is too much for them to handle. Because the more intellect that you have, the more lighter or the more brighter you become, or the more you shine, believe it or not. Okay, what else? We have party. They bring other people along, or they collaborate with other people here to travel in packs or to travel in groups here. So it's like a group effort to gatekeep failure. They know for a fact that they cannot beat you by themselves. So they need other people to come along to make themselves look like something that they're not, which is strong, to give off the illusion that they can and they will beat you. So this can go for family dynamics, friends, lovers, ex-lovers, however it resonates. But they come around you. So they talk to people around you who you know in your social connections or your toxic social connections, and they start to make connections outside of you, unbeknownst to you. So you tell them, hey, I'm friend with such and such. They're going to run quietly behind your back, and then they're going to go and befriend that person. Oh yeah, that's my mom. Okay. They know that you don't have a good connection with your mom, so they may go behind your back, and they may start to have a connection with your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister, whatever. And then once they successfully have tethered themselves, they're still tethered to you, but now they're also tethered to the toxic social connections that you're trying to disconnect from. This is how they try to triangulate you or keep you in a stagnant space of things, because now they feel that they have a lot more information that at least that you're letting on, or that they assume that you're letting on, because they think that you're hiding something from them, which is why you're so successful. Why is it that every time that you set something, you touch something, or you do something, it just works out really well for you? That makes sense. So they're trying to figure out, what are you doing, or who are you talking to that is putting you in a position of success, because they don't think that you're doing it by yourself. They think that you may have help, or they think that you may have some other, we'll say, quiet helpers that they're not fully aware about. And this is more so from the 3D perspective of things. They have to see it to believe it. And if they can't see it, they won't believe it. That's why they have a hard time connecting with a divine energy, a creator energy, a source energy, etc., etc. Nonetheless, They work in party-like settings or group settings to all come together to have a specific plan or a specific plot in trying to make sure that they gatekeep failure. They want to keep you in failure, and they can't do it by themselves. So they need other people who know you or slightly know you to congregate together unbeknownst to you to make you fail. And every time they try to do that, it fails. This is why they keep traveling to deeper parts of their mind or to deeper parts of, I guess, the body, take it how it resonates, to see how they can stop you from performing or becoming successful. Honestly, they feel your success is a performance. They don't think it's real because they can't do it. Remember, seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. They think your performance or your success is a performance. This is how they perceive you. That ain't real. That ain't real. They can't believe their eyes that they're seeing the person who they can't stand at all, that you are the one that's succeeding. What are you doing differently from me, meaning them? Because this is what they're asking. What is the collective doing differently that I can't do what they do? You are either in your purpose or soon to be. Take it how it resonates. Now, if you're soon to be in your purpose, you're going to start to feel more aligned in life. You are. You're going to want to do better for yourself. You're going to maybe wake up one day and say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe you had a certain vice at one point in time. Maybe you were smoking at one point in time. Like, you know what? I don't want to smoke anymore. You know what I mean? You're doing something differently to better yourself. And the thing that was slowing you down, you release it. So it's going to put you in a space to become better of self, if that makes sense. So nonetheless, here with the party vibes, everybody talking amongst one another when it comes to you, because you are the apple of the eye. You are the center of attention, but they can't allow you to be aware that you are the center of attention. Because of course, if you are aware, the plan wouldn't work. I mean, it never was going to work to begin with, because these are tools and lessons or life lessons that you needed to learn, or to more so add to your belt of life. So that way, when you move forward higher, or you go into a higher space of things in life, you'll be better prepared. You'll know what to look out for. You know what to not do. You know what to kind of like, you know, make a U-turn if have to be, if things of that nature, if that makes sense. So we have burial here. Okay. The more people that is invited to a disaster, the more disastrous the outcome is going to be. The more a person invites more people into a disaster, the more the disaster, the outcome is going to be. I promise you, it's that simple. But again, we ain't dealing with smart individuals. We're not dealing with intelligent individuals here. But okay, let them do them, child. Okay, going back to my notes. Instead of outperforming you, they can't outperform you. You're far ahead. They're trying to catch up to you, and they cannot catch up to you. That's why they can't outperform you. So instead of outperforming you, they create conditions. They generate conditions. They tailor conditions where you cannot perform well. Okay, here's the party of fools. They all came together for one common denominator. You are the common denominator. And they are all of the people that are now against you all feel the same, that you are more successful than them. So they all come together and they put all their failures into a hat or into a bag, and they start to shake it and shift it up and sift it up, and then yawn, they start to throw it at you again. Instead of outperforming you, they create conditions where you cannot perform well. They give you their conditions in order for you to not perform well, but you still perform well. With a party of fools who thought that they can bury their silly plans towards you. I'm telling you, they are traveling to and fro to the deepest depths of things that they have no knowledge of. I'm talking about spell work for the ones that resonate. Dark prayers. Kitchen witches. Warlocks. What else is out there? Y'all catch my drift? They going as far as they can with no knowledge and also no protection at that. And they just keep opening up Pandora's box of darkness. Hell, somebody went to a graveyard and put your name and stuff and buried you. Some people use period blood. Let's talk about it. This is the truth. And you need to understand how far and how dark a person or group of people are willing to make sure that they bury you conditionally. Yes, honey jars, traveling to different countries, many different things. This is what they do. Nonetheless, they don't, again, the hole that they dug for you is the hole that they're going to fall in. And they don't realize that. So everybody partying and dancing around the hole that they so-called create for you, and they keep thinking that you're going to fall right into it, and you're not. What else? They gatekeep failure, and they're partying about that. They gatekeep failure, and they think that's the best thing since sliced bread. They gatekeep failure because that's all they know how to do. So they're going to show you or put on their best performance in regards to what they have learned. All their life, they failed. That is the truth. Granted, for some of you guys, most of you guys, all of you guys, you have failed at some point in time in your life too. But what did you do differently when you failed? You changed the narrative. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what winners do. Winners will say blockages or see failures as a form of a lesson. Okay, dang, that did fail. All right, cool, shit. You might be upset. That's a valid response, of course. You might get mad. That's a valid response, of course. But you don't stay in that space. Yes, Cool Karma states on YouTube, failure is a part of success, which is true. So if failure is a part of success, why can't they be successful? If failure is truly a part of success, then why can't they be successful? You're going to have time when you're going to fail in life. Yes, that's a given. But again, if failure is a part of success, why can't they succeed? What are they afraid of that they cannot succeed? Does that make sense? Yes, Nostrada Maria states on YouTube, failure just shows you where to get stronger. Yes, 100% agree with you. But I like to play a little devil's advocate a little bit. Just a little bit. Failure just shows you where to get stronger, okay? But they failed. And in all the failures that they have failed, it didn't make them stronger. It made them weaker. I'm going to have to dive a little deeper today. When I get off of here, I am. But if that makes sense, failure is a part of success, but they can't succeed. Failure just show you where to get stronger, but they become weaker. And that's your fault? They create conditions where you cannot perform well. need to write this down. Give me a second. Let me write that down. Y'all just inspired me, and I'm going to give y'all credit. Let me just write this down real quick because I'm getting a lot of hold on. Where is it? Failure to show you where to get stronger. That was Nostrada. Hold on, y'all, because I don't want this to leave me. Nostrada. Maria. And then failure is a part of success. That'll be cool karma. Okay, thank y'all. All right, I will give y'all credit when I make my post. Thank y'all. So alive is in reverse. The failure doesn't make them alive. It makes them more closer to the end of things, which is the burial. Everything that they have ever failed in life, they buried it. Everything that they have ever failed in life, they buried it. They don't want it to be alive. They want it to end. And they don't want anyone to know about their failures. Why? I don't know. We'll be here all day trying to decipher that. Many different reasons, of course. This is why they try to dig the hole. The same hole they dug for themselves, or the same hole they try to dig for you, is the same hole they try to dig for themselves. Now you understand why when they try to dig this hole for you, that when you will say unmask the hole that they try to dig for you, you saw all their bones in there. They're very sloppy with their work. Very. Very. And they don't even realize it. They having a meeting just to fail. They're having a meeting just to fail. That gotta be. That gotta be. Man, and that's smart. How is that smart? You're having a meeting just to gatekeep failure. Oh man, like, do you hear how it sounds when it's being said? Oh man. Okay, your gatekeeping failure. Yeah. And they're gonna fail. They're gonna feel like us, and yeah, and they're gonna be like us, and yeah, and we're all not gonna be happy. The fuck? Now you see why I say you gotta laugh at them. It's like, you really thought about this. Here we go with the CUNTs. Yes. You're dealing with a group of CUNTs in a meeting that just doesn't make sense to even have. So we have imprisonment as well, too. Take it how it resonates. So they're imprisoned in their own space of failure, thank you, or in their own space of illusions is where they are imprisoned. And they blame you because every time they try to keep you stuck where they are, they keep sinking deeper and deeper and deeper into this space that they have created for themselves. Oh my God. Frieza Freeze states on YouTube, isn't learning from failure a crucial part of learning life? Absolutely. I mean, I agree. Yeah, I do. I do agree. I do. But they don't have that, which is why they gatekeep failure. Let's do the money talk today. Tell me about the outer space, because all this is about money, honestly. So let me pair this with the money talk card. Yeah, so we have this card here, right? It's a cart full of groceries. Outer space. They feel that they have the tangible sources or the physical resources that they'll need to subdue you or to make you feel small or to stagnate you. So outer space here tells me that they're working or dealing with entities who they feel is going to be on their side or who they feel that they can utilize to destroy you. If you ever been in the spiritual world, y'all think down here is crazy, baby. That spiritual world ain't a joke. That ain't a joke. You gotta definitely make sure if you're gonna be out there, you know, wandering and stuff, better make sure you protected out there, because baby, that spiritual world is not a joke. And they just visiting and traveling and astral projecting, and they getting caught up. They getting caught up. You see those barbed wires? They getting caught up. Some getting stuck. I'll say this at least. So there's a person here that has been trying to astral project either while you're sleeping or while you're awake. Take it how it resonates. Or they could be doing remote viewing. Either way. They have been trying to pierce into your energetic space. And every time they do that, they keep getting hit with like a shield of protection, right? So the more they keep getting hit with your shield of protection, the more they think that they have to dive deeper or travel outer space or travel further out spiritually to see how they can subdue you. But by them doing that here, they don't realize that they're putting themselves eventually in a jam. So they're trying to find higher information or higher resources. Higher information again would be meditation, will be like a prayer mode or something like that. Or again, astral projection or remote viewing. Okay, those are just a few, of course. And they're using those type of modalities to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to you. That's why they travel in packs. Yep. Talk to me, spirit. So when they come back from the spiritual world, they just keep going back in circles over and 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 over again. They're in the time loop. So much for that party, child. I don't know what kind of party that was, but that is not the type of party you want to be at. I'll say that. They keep going in circles. Some are even going as far as self-medicating themselves to go deeper within a immersion of a spiritual enlightenment or a spiritual experience, if you catch my drift, okay? Some may be under something to see if they can receive more information, but alive is in reverse. So they're stuck not only in their mind, they're stuck in their body as well, too, and they don't know how to break out of this. Again, it could be spiritual psychosis. It could be an actual mental issue, which I think ties together. Spiritual psychosis and mental issues tied together. And then they're also, if the mind is not settled or if the mind is not at peace and someone introduces a paraphernalia or inebriation of things, it can make a person perceive the world differently. Their whole DNA can change, their emotions can change, their mental space can change, things of that nature. And this is what they're doing because they can't beat you. So it's like, okay, let me just go smoke some 420 and sit underneath something. And there's nothing wrong smoking 420 because you can, if your mind is healthy. You can definitely get a lot of good information or insight if you have a healthy mind. But if the mind is not healthy, then that 420 is not going to help. It's going to make things worse. And that's what's happening here. It's making things worse. So whatever, again, 420, inebriation of something, smoking something, whatever their vice is or whatever they're utilizing, it is not working for them. It is working against them. So they're going to be buried with self, with their mind, their body, and their soul if they keep doing it. I mean, they are going to keep doing it because they have a point to prove when it comes to you. And the point that they prove here, or they're trying to prove, is that they can't beat you with the success of failure, which is crazy. Why would somebody gloat at successfully trying to make another person fail? That's not nothing to gloat about, or to, it's just not, but whatever. Let them tell you. All right, tell me about the burial. Someone's name is Muriel, or someone was watching Courage the Cowardly Dog. And that's a perfect example. Courage the Cowardly Dog, that was on Cartoon Network. They thought Courage was scared. It's funny because Courage the Cowardly Dog. How can you be Courage but cowardly at the same time? But anywho, his name was Courage, but he was also cowardly. And I don't think he was cowardly. I just think that he can see things, or he saw things that other people could not see. So it always put him in a space of maybe like hallucination, or, you know, if he's seeing things, no one will believe him what he saw, because he would, and he would be like always mumbling and stuff. And the older guy, can't think of his name, he will always make fun of him because he wasn't able to see what Courage was seeing. And I think that's what's getting ready to happen here. So because they open up a portal, open up Pandora's box, they work with the eclipse that we just had, the solar eclipse that we just had here. They're doing things that they don't have protection for. They're doing things that they have no knowledge of. They're just doing things very haphazardly. And you're going to start to see more people mind just starting to just kind of like waste away and just go. Like zombie, just zombie land. You're just going to see a lot of people like, what the hell? Yeah, like real life zombie land. So this is in reverse here, but I'm gonna put it upright. So this card came out in reverse, and it's an ant trying to push an object bigger than them. And normally ants can do, I think they can push up to maybe 10 times their size or so, but it was in reverse. So they're trying to be something that they can't. They're trying to be like an ant that can't, really and truly. And they're trying to, they created the problem, but the problem has gotten so big or so out of whack or so out of control that they're not able to carry this object, you know, that is bigger than them. So every time they keep trying to push it up a hill, they keep getting pushed back or rolled back down. So they're going back into the burial space or into the space of the beginning, which is the burial, if that makes sense. They're trying to climb up a hill to get to your success. But every time they try to, they keep sliding down, or they keep failing at trying to destroy your success, because that path was specifically made for you. That's why many people cannot come after you when it comes to your success. Does that make sense? Yes. Brian Burke states on TikTok, they can't climb my mountain. Perfect example. They can't. That's why they keep slipping and sliding. That's why they need a party of 4 and a party of 10 to try to come up the same path that you did. It's not their path. It's not. And at the end, or the bottom of where you began, is where all of the holes were. So it's like they, think of it like a mudslide, right? And if you don't have the correct shoes or the correct tools to help you get yourself up, let's say this mountain after a mudslide, you're going to keep sliding down. And in some cases, you may actually get stuck as well. This is where they are. They are stuck in the burial that they created for themselves. Yes, perfect example. Even their circles are weaklings as well. Look, absolutely. Look, the more they keep going in circle, the more they're just burying themselves deeper and deeper and deeper. Absolutely. That's an excellent observation. Absolutely. The more they keep walking in the circle, the deeper the circle gets, and they can't get out of it. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, they think they know what they're doing. Their intentions are there, of course, but they really don't know what they're doing. That's why they gloat behind gatekeeping failures. It's like, okay, whatever. If you say so. Yeah, so now they're drowning in this meetings here. They're drowning in the meetings. No one has any other options or any other outcomes. Well, how are we going to beat the collective? I don't know. I tried and I tried, and they're not taking the bait. And you said it's going to be an easy feat. No, why do people think y'all are weak? You're nothing weak. There's nothing weak about y'all. Nothing at all. There's nothing weak about the collective. But they keep thinking and assuming that you are. There's nothing weak about you guys. I could stamp that. Facts. Somewhere deep down in their distorted, delusional mind of things, they keep thinking that they're going to be able to put you in a position to where you're drowning too. No, baby, you can swim. You know how to survive. You've survived the toughest of toughest things. So you can survive any element that comes your way. Winter, snow, hail, sleet, rain, tornadoes, thunders, whatever. This is metaphorically speaking. It could be physical too, but I want to speak more so from a metaphorical speaking point of view. Everything they threw at you, thunderstorms, you pass by it, you graze by it. Windstorms, tears, emotions, whatever. You were able to succeed in it all. And if anything, those storms that they were creating in your life, you use that to your benefit. You use that to your advantage. That's why you're always going to be the successful one. Despite who it is, no matter who it is, you're going to always be that one, boo. Always. And don't you ever forget that. Divine collective I'm speaking to. You're always going to be the one, not the two or not the three. Hell nah. Shit. They're trying to magnetize you to their conditioning. Hell nah. Hell nah. This is what this group of CUNTs are trying to do. They want to magnetize you back to their group. Hell nah. Because if they do, you become one of them. Hell nah. No. Hell nah. Shit. Tell me about the imprisonment. They cannot imprison you. They can't. This is you. We'll put it this way. You're the warden. You're the warden of the jail cells. You have control of the situation. You do, not them. You're standing on top of them after all that they have done towards you. And they can't figure you out. They preserve their identity by controlling the narrative of who deserves to rise. If someone they envy succeeds, it threatens the illusion of them feeling superior. So they redefine the rules. Your achievements become luck, help from others, or it's not that impressive. So if it was not that impressive, why do they keep trying to destroy you? If it's only luck, why are they trying to take your luck away from you? If these things are not true, what they keep saying, right? If it's not that impressive, why are they trying to destroy it? If you didn't have help, why are they trying to take people away from you? Make it make sense. Meanwhile, any setback you experience is exaggerated into evidence that you were never capable. Any setback you experience, any setback you experience is exaggerated into evidence just to prove a point. What's the point? That they can gatekeep failure? That's the point. That's what they want to prove to everybody. Hey, guess what? Hey, guess what? Yeah. Guess what, y'all? I gatekeep failure today. Yo, you did? Dang, how'd you do that? Man, I stopped the collective today. You did. And this is how. This baby. That's how goofy they sound, man. That's how goofy they sound. They thrive off of your demise. Ain't that something? What can I do? Oh my God. What the hell is this? They want attention for that. Attention for gatekeeping failure. My God. Remember, that's what makes them succeed, by failing. And failing others, they fail themselves to fail others. And that's what makes them succeed. They fail themselves and they fail others. And that's what makes them succeed. Ain't that something? Hi, Edwin. Thank you, boo. My God. Aries, you could be in Aries. They could be in Aries. Someone has a lot of anxiety because they're caught. The hidden agenda is not so hidden anymore. So take it how it resonates. Yeah, we have secrets. Secrets are in reverse. They have to miscarry or they have to end the plan. It's not a physical pregnancy. It's just more so surrounding the plan that they had, or the plan that they were carrying. They can no longer carry it. So it was miscarried. It ended. And they are burnt out. They are afraid. Whatever. I don't get it. How can you be afraid? Not you, not collective. Karmic. Karmic, heifer. Come here, heifer. Karmic. I'm talking to you, heifer. Now, how in the hell can you be afraid that we see you for who you are, heifer? Karmic, come here. I'm talking to you, boo. Fake empress, fears, and burnt out. They are afraid that you're going to see them burnt out. Okay. They don't want you to see them in their reduced form, but they've always been reduced in their reduced form. They feel that if you see them in that space or in that form, you're going to do something to them. I mean, hell, fair exchange ain't no goddamn robbery. What the hell is the issue? Why does it matter? They're the one coming for you. Thank you. Again, that should show you your power. They claim that you're not powerful, but they're gatekeeping failure. They claim that you're not powerful, but they're doing things to render you powerless. Make it make sense. Because if I don't think that a person is powerful, I mean, I'm not going to bother with them. I'm like, okay, if that makes sense. Oh, they're not powerful. They don't know what they're doing. Okay, but why do they keep coming up after you then? We got stuck energy. They just don't make sense. They don't. They're hiding. That they don't have to hide anything because we can see, but we a Capricorn, an abusive Capricorn, take it how it resonates. You could be a Capricorn. Maybe you were dealing with a Capricorn that was abusive. Again, however it resonates. They want to hide that too, that they were abusive. card. I just want one card. We got repossession, karma, and family. So because all they know and all they thrive is in failure, okay, now failure is starting to chip away at their life. Because that's all they thrived in was failure. Okay, their wish is their command. No problem. Their wish is their command. Failure of money, failure of a home, failure of a car, failure of friends and family, failure of lovers, a failure of respect, failure of reputation. They lost it all because they needed to prove a point that they can gatekeep failure. And what a point they proved. What a point they proved. And we all know that comes with a cost or a price, a hefty one that they can't pay back. Glorifying failure as a badge of honor. Glorifying failure. Thinking that's, oh yeah, I did it. You did what? You made another person fail and you think you're going to get a reward for that? You think that's an accomplishment? Because it's not, of course. Oh, anywho, somebody listen to Brandy. I'm hearing the song Angel in Disguise by Brandy, okay? Take how it resonates. That whole album was fire, though. I ain't gonna lie. All her albums are good, but that one, that Angel in Disguise album, baby. Yeah, I gotta listen to that one over here. It's such a good album. It is. It really is. Yeah. They're unloyal to themselves. Untrustworthy to themselves. That's why their dream came true. Do you understand? That's why their dream came true. Good morning. How you doing? They were unloyal and untrustworthy to self. That's why their dreams came true. Baby. Could be a Leo. Take it how it resonates. Financial failure, lack of confidence. To see someone gloat about destroying another person's life or success is very sad. It's very deplorable. It really is. What's even more deplorable is that they really thought that they had the power to do it. They really thought that they were bigger than you and bigger than the program. They thought they knew more about you than you did about yourself. And we know that's not true. That's why they didn't mind going as far as they can to ensure that they knew more about you than you did. That's why they connected with your toxic social connections, because they thought and assumed that they would know everything or more about you than you. And they were wrong. That karma is not going to be nice. It's not. They're turning others against you. We don't care. Let them. Who cares? Because if they have to do that in the first place, that person wasn't for you to begin with. So let them. Who cares? Okay, thank you. You got that effort on my shit. Thank you, boo. You're not mad. Why should you be mad? that a person that was supposed to be there for you is not for you. They're not for you. Let them go. They secretly keep tabs on your every move. And then claiming credit over your success. How can they claim credit over your success when they're gatekeeping failure? Make it make sense. They don't know what success is. You try to show them what success was, are, and is. They didn't like it. They didn't like you. You are the successful one. So anything that's successful, more successful than them, they're going to destroy it. So claiming credit over your success. How can they claim credit over your success when they're gatekeeping failure? Make it make sense. They wouldn't even know what to do with the success if it was staring right in their face. And it was. They don't want success. They don't know what the hell they want. They don't. And it shows. They don't know anything about anything. And they don't want you to tell their secret. But their secret is exposed when it comes towards you. Haters are mad because they see you winning. What? Haters are mad because they see you winning, but they're claiming credit over your success. They cannot claim credit over your success when they gatekeep failure. It does. Am I saying it correctly? It doesn't make sense. How you going to destroy success to get in a space of success? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. All right, let me destroy that success. All right, and then let me take the place of the success. It won't work. It won't work. What the hell? Beware of anyone from the past wanting to enter back into your life. I mean, I know y'all learned y'all lesson, but hey. Now, can we make this make sense? They're mad at you for winning. Winning at what? Success or failure? Which one? Which one are they truly mad about when it comes to you? Haters are mad because they see you winning. At what? Success or failure? They don't know what the hell they want. And it shows. I'm mad at the collective. Why? Because I am. Okay, why? Because I am. Okay. Did the collective do something to you? No, I just don't like them. Okay. So you don't like them, so you try to sabotage them. And then when it failed, you're upset because it failed. And then they found out what you were trying to do to them. I don't want to talk about this no more. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Oh, okay. You see how they don't make sense? My God. It's like, okay. It's like pulling teeth. Causing you to act out of character, irrational emotions, and mood swing. And that's not happening. If you're going to do something wrong, at least do it right. If you plan on doing something wrong, at least do it right. It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. They want to be right so wrong. They want to be right. They want to be so right. It comes off as so wrong. If you're going to do wrong, at least do it right. And they can't. And they never will. Where my dice at? Taurus, take it how it resonates. You could be Taurus, they could be. We have Capricorn. You could be a Capricorn, they could be. However it resonates. Libra, you could be, they could be. However it resonates. Pisces, you could be a Pisces, they could be. However it resonates. We have Cancer. You could be Cancer, they could be. However it resonates. Scorpio, you could be a Scorpio, and they could be a Scorpio. Thank you. Take it how it resonates. We have Aquarius. You could be, they could be. Libra. You could be, they could be. Alfredo Panita states on YouTube, being unique is the blessing we all wrestle given by God. Are you wrestling with it, or are the enemies wrestling with it? Because if you know you're a gift from God, that's something that you should not wrestle with. That's something that you should be like, you know what? I am special. You know what? I am unique. You know what? I am rare. You know what? I am thebomb.com. So being unique is the blessing we all wrestle given by God. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You're a gift for a reason. And that gift is to help you yet again to step into your purpose, whatever your purpose is. And I hope you don't waste your gifts. Thank you. I hope you don't waste the great qualities of who you are. I really hope you don't. I hope that you can see the greatness within you and you do something with it. Because other people are waiting on you, believe it or not. You will be surprised. People are waiting to hear your story. People are waiting to hear your testimony. You'll be surprised. Oops. We got Capricorn. Cancer. Taurus. Scorpio. One more. Libra. So if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget, grab this copy. Okay, don't forget, come get this book on Amazon.com. Wisdom Beyond Wounds. Go grab your copy, okay? Go get it. Thank you so much for your support. It is truly appreciated. I have other publications as well on Amazon. If you would like to join us, you have 2 more days to join us for the workshop. Again, the workshop is 4 weeks. It's more of an intimate setting, smaller group of individuals. We're coming together and we're going to be diving deeper surrounding the contents of this book. So if you're interested and you like or love my teaching style, well, then you will love the contents that I have created for the workshop. Yes, y'all gonna be blown away. Okay, so get into the workshop, and then if you want to get into the Wisdom Beyond Wounds group on Facebook, you're more than welcome to come over there too, where we dive deeper as well into the shadows. But that's more of a collective community setting of a group. Okay, yes, the group is on Facebook. Yep, it's just Wisdom Beyond Wounds. Yep, Wisdom Beyond Wounds on Facebook. Okay, look forward to seeing you guys doing extremely well. Again, you are here to thrive and not survive. You are here to do the damn thing, whatever it is you're wanting to do in this world. Live in your purpose. Be very intentful in your purpose, and yeah, go out there and be great. I will see you guys on the next one. Mwah, love, love, love. Take care. Thank you. See y'all later. Mwah, mwah, mwah.